Hey guys, it's Nolan from Total Athlete Performance. We're going to show you a really simple way to build a load velocity profile if you only have lasers or even just a stopwatch, okay? So this will just be a more specific way to individualize your own speed training, all right? So in this example, we're going to be using a Brower timing system, okay? But really quick, before we get into the video, let's just simply talk about velocity decrements and how we go about programming using them. Okay, so 75% will be the highest VDEC that we will use. Okay, and for that, we're thinking more starting strength, improving your 0 step, really early acceleration, okay? And with that, we'll only go about 5 yards, all right? Anything after that, we're just going to be deaccelerating. We're not really accelerating past 5 yards with that heavy of a load, okay? The next zone that we'll use, or decrement, would be 50%, all right? And for that, we're going to keep that at about 10 yards, okay? So research has indicated that with a 50% velocity decrement, you're going to be in that peak power range. So again, we're still working early acceleration. The next decrement that we would go to would be 25%. All right, and that's going to be more of our speed strength zone, so our late acceleration. And we'll go anywhere from 15 to 20 yards with that one, okay? Finally, the last one that we'll use is a 10% decrement, and this is going to be more for our technical type of work at max velocity. So if we have an athlete that's new and hasn't really been exposed to max velocity sprinting, this would be a decrement that we would use to, one, slow the velocity down to lessen the chance of a hamstring injury or some sort of soft tissue injury occurring. But also it kind of, like I said, slows things down so they can hone in on those top end positions that we want them to hit. It just slows things down so that way they can focus on, getting upright, feeling what it's like to run upright, cycling, and hitting all of those good positions that we want them to hit. Okay, so really simple. Like I said, we're using a Brower timing system here. For example, we want to work 50% VDEC. This athlete here runs a 10-yard sprint in 1.5 seconds, okay? With no resistance, that's a free acceleration through 10 yards, okay? If we want to go 50% VDEC, real simple, we're just going to times that by 2. Then he should be at 3 seconds with weight, okay? So how to perform this? Some sort of foot start is most ideal because that's when you're actually initiating acceleration, okay? So as soon as the athlete goes to accelerate, the foot start will trigger, okay? And you can see here, he's just going to accelerate as hard as he can, as fast as he can, all the way through the lasers, okay? So once the body crosses through the lasers, the timer will stop. It'll give you the time, and it'll give you the feedback. All right, now you're just going to have to play around with the weight on the sled. Again, every surface, something that's important to note, every surface is different. So if you are on turf and you do your testing, if you were to bring that sled on grass or on a track, the load could have to be completely different, okay? Just a forewarning, because of friction that plays into the load in the sled. But again, this is just a really simple tool that you can use if you have only lasers and you don't have a 1080 or some sort of fancy like Run Rocket or Ohm or something like that that gives you mile-an-hour feedback with an associated load. If you have a sled, some sort of timing system, it could be as simple as even a stopwatch. Obviously, lasers are way more accurate, but a stopwatch would be better than nothing, right? Someone could time you from your start. You could use video analysis to do this. But yeah, no, this is just a simple way to build a load velocity profile and have associated loads just to make your resisted sprinting a little bit more accurate instead of having to guess. All right, guys, thank you.